Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of If My Heart Had Wings. Today's episode, it's a little bit early for another episode, I know, but here's the thing, I have ambience coming out every other day now, so I decided to do these on the days that ambience isn't coming out, as to make things easier. So, there's that. So I'm going to be uploading this on, I believe, Saturday, yeah. So we have Saturday. Technically today. But yeah, I'm doing this on opposite days of ambience. So there's that. Anyways, let's get into it. My first job is dorm mother. That is to make breakfast for the boarders. Oh, I'm glad you like it, girl. Sure, a big bowl, right? Oh god, where is she packing this stuff away? I'm kind of scared about that. I'm pretty confident in my cooking. Until recently, I was living with my father, who was ordered to transfer to the country, and every day I helped with his work, with the housework. I was in college, charge of preparing the meals, and it's not like I hated cooking or anything. That's one of the reasons I accepted the job as dorm mother. So the others don't need breakfast, huh? Since just now, no one has come into the dining hall. Sometimes there'd be would be someone walking through the front hallway, but they seem to be sneaking around. Yuka, I believe her name was. Kanako looks over to the hallway just as the oldest boarder, Yuka, was peeking in before swiftly dashing off. Oh? But Keifu is a co-ed school, right? Yeah, you do got a point there. I see. It seems that the guy being a dorm mother of a girls' dormitory will have its problems after all. There's a reason why I accepted the job as dorm mother at Flying Fish. Not long ago, the old janitor collapsed. It sounds like she's pretty old, and as well as straining her back, she caught a summer cold, which became aggravated. The owner soon began looking for a replacement, but it was hard to find one. Then she sought help from the real estate company where my mother works. This is one of the properties that my mother manages and is an old acquaintance of the owner from decades ago. She nominated me for this job just as I was planning to come back here. On the documents, my mom is the only one responsible for this place, but she got me to carry out the practical duties, in other words, the work of the dorm mother. Then that became the condition for me coming back to this town. As always, she's very crafty, but I wasn't really against the idea, so I accepted. If I had known it was a girls' dormitory, of course I would have refused. Who are you? What type of man are you, actually? That's the better question in this situation. What man would refuse to be the dorm mother of a women's dormitory? Oh, I don't understand this man. Oh, Mountain Dew, voltage. Not sponsored by Dew, but I wish I was. This place is old, a little far from the school, but rent is cheap. Apart from the food and admin expenses, it costs next to nothing. That's why it would be a big problem for me if I couldn't stay here. And if in the worst case scenario, the boarders won't be able to go to school. So for now, I accept it. It seems like that everyone has accepted the guy as the dorm mother. Kanako stacked the dishes on the counter and licked her lips in satisfaction. She had eaten it all. Not even a single grain of rice was left. Okay. To prepare and to have people enjoy my cooking feels pretty good. I feel deeply relieved. I'm happy that things are going well. Ah, geez, I better get ready for school. In the entrance of the dormitory, there was Katori. She was dressed up in her uniform and she looked like she was about to go to school. Morning, Katori. Are you going to school? Shall we go together? Well, sassy little Checky. Wow. Okay, she put it bluntly as she quickly went out the front door. Quickly went out the front door. I can't English tonight, guys. I'm sorry. Ah. Jeez, I don't have any friends at school, so I was just asking. It looked like we had a strange misunderstanding. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little bit tired. It's midnight right now. Wearing my new uniform, I make my way to school. I'm a dorm mother, but also a student of Keifu Academy. I mean, this is my real occupation. Today is the first day at my new school. I'm not really the shy type, but I guess I'm kind of nervous. I would say that the school was going to before was a sports-focused all-boys school. Excuse me. Keifu Academy, the school I'll be going to now, is an engineering school and a co-ed. And the school traditions are quite different too. As I walk the streets that led to the school, there are more and more groups of people wearing the same uniform. This is the same area which I lived 5 years ago. There should be a few people that I know, but most of the people who I'd recognize went on to regular schools. I wonder if the ones who chose to go to Keifu Academy remember me. Even if I only know one person, it would make a big difference. There'll be weird misunderstandings with Miss Alul too. Oh yeah, which school do Agatha and the others go to? They're my childhood friends and I always played with them when I was a kid. There's Agaha, Mabo, Hotaru, and Anshan. Out of that group, Agaha and Mabo are the same age as me, but we haven't met in 5 years and haven't really stayed in touch. We just about managed to exchange New Year's cards, but that reminds me, in the corner of last year's New Year card, I think there was a small message about which school we were planning to go to. What did it say? A lot of things happened, or maybe I'm just lazy, but I haven't told anyone apart from Anshan that I'm coming back. To be honest, I'm not even sure how I should be if I met them. With ones like Ageha, she'd probably smash my face in. She'd say, "Why didn't you contact me?" or something. He looked and acted like a real tomboy. When I remember the past, it makes me smile, but... Uh-oh. At the point we're towed down the street to the Keifu's meet, there was a girl in a Keifu uniform standing there looking towards me. Oh, hello. The other girls that she was walking with to school asked what's up and seemed puzzled as they spoke to her. However, it seems that the girl can't hear them and she's staring over here at me. Just faintly, I see her eyes seemed full of surprise. It's pretty cute. Without realizing, I stopped walking and was staring at the girl. A few days ago, I was going to an all-boys academy, or all-boys school. The sight of a girl on this way to school uniform, she was pretty cute too, causing me to get palpitations is perfectly reasonable. She knows us? Yes, it is. Someone called my name in such a carefree manner made me feel a little bit nervous. Who is it? There, she said my name again, and she has such a happy expression on her face. Do I know when a girl's this cute? No, wait, I've seen this face before. When she smiles like that, this, and her eyes sparkle like little kids. Is that you, Ageha? Oh, ouch, that one hit me right in the heart. She has, as briskly moved closer, bringing her face right up to mine. Oh, it's definitely Ageha. She's changed a lot, but if I just look at her face, there's no doubt about it. There is no doubt that it's her. Is it really that? What is that? What is it? Said the other girls as gathered around in a circle. Ageha turned to face them and introduced me. Sachin. When we were in 4th grade of elementary school, we were in the same class once. Girls seemed impressed by Ageha's explanation, and they looked at me with eyes full of expectation. Nice to meet you, I'm Aoi Minase. In front of all these girls in their uniforms, I greeted them with a stern look on my face as I tried to hide my embarrassment. Ageha laughed and looked on with relish. I never thought I would find myself doing introductions in the street on the way to school like this. I'm totally unprepared. I'll say it again. Let me do it again. I could hear Miss Little's words in the back of my mind. She spoke. Ageha was moving her hands around my head, showing the difference in height between myself and her. Our buddies were making contact, but she didn't notice or didn't really mind. I flinched slightly, but the fact that she was so unreserved actually made me feel more comfortable. Oh, that hurts. That's hurtful then. Speaking of which, you've changed too. She said, "You think so?" She looked at herself. Yeah, you always looked like a boy, so I was surprised to see that you became a girl. Those were my honest thoughts, but I said them in a way that sounded weird. I thought she might find it slightly charming, but... I'm sorry, that was a loud face palm. I just said that, woman. Jesus. Ageha laughed happily and did a little turn on the spot. The force of her spin made her skirt float round gently. Yeah, it's like you're not really Ageha. Well, dazed and not really thinking, those thoughts just slipped out. Ageha was pleased and did high fives with her friends. Seeing her in high spirits like that was just like old times. Ageha, my best friend during my childhood, hadn't changed in 5 years. That had passed. Her appearance was surprising though. The lessons on my first day at my new school flew by in the blink of an eye. Between language and social studies, studies lessons taught in regular schools, we were taught from a specialist curriculum. I was still in the 2nd grade, so there aren't that many, but it looks like when you go into the 3rd and 4th grades, the number of these specialist lessons increases. By the way, this is a 5-year school. That's why, when walking the hallways, this kind of thing happens. Hey, she's pretty. Coming from an all-boys school, It's sad customs. I can't help but follow the girls as I walk past them.
ほほう。早速女子のチェックですか?
Oh my god, Agaha. Damn it, Agaha. Oh, that's not it. I just thought that they looked really grown up, that's
4年
all.
か5年の先輩じゃないかな.
At our age, a gap 3 or 4 years is pretty big. The other students in the upper grades look very mature.
それにね、うちってこの手の専門学校にしては女子の比率が多いんだよ。
Really? Huh? Why is that? Thinking I really took an interest in that. And Agaha looked to me as if she wanted to call me a pervert.
校舎の建て替えと同時期に女子生徒の受け入れを強化したんだって。
I heard about that before I'd transferred. They increased the amount of courses for girls and asked famous designers to make the designs for the new building. It has been, thanks to that, the ratio of boys and girls is about 50-50, which is one of the selling points of the school. Bearing in mind that I feel uneasy about choosing this school as the one I would transfer to, but I'd like people to think that I can't be helped because I'm from an all-boys school. By the way, it's now lunchtime. Agaha is in the middle of giving me a guided tour of the school building. Yeah, but this is an amazing school. The school itself is pretty old. Due to it being that special kind of school, of course, it's too famous in the local area. I've known about it too since I was a little kid. The school building has been rebuilt over the last few years, with the renovations divided into several stages, the last of which was completed just 1 year ago. It's said that is because of the famous designers. The design uses many curved lines, so the appearance is far removed from what generally associated with the word school. It felt like I had entered some kind of sci-fi setting.
設備も最高だよ。冷暖房完備、完全バリアフリーで、どんな人も安心して学校生活が送れます。
That's pretty nice. Disabled access. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Katori is somewhere in the school. I really was hoping to forget about her.
でもさ、葵、ほんと変わったよね。
Agaha, as she walked by my side, was happily murmuring as she looked at my face.
顔とか、昔はもっと可愛らしかったのに。
Uh-oh. I have a bad feeling about this. I'm gonna say something stupid. No, don't do this to me. Oh, that's Windows 10. What the hell? Yeah, same to you. If she knew what I meant when we met on the way to school earlier, I thought she's pretty cute. She'd never let it go, so I'd better keep quiet. You heard it from Monchan? Oh. By the way, I'm in the same class as Agaha. She knew that I might be coming as a transfer student, which is why she wasn't that surprised by our chance meeting this morning. He called it! What a foresight! That was such foresight. That was good. That was very good. Sorry. The reason why we call him Anshan isn't because he's like an older brother type guy. Isn't because he's like an older brother type guy. Aniki, an older guy, like a big brother. He was our childhood friend, but he was much older than us, and we named him Anshan. He's not related by blood, but he's just a real big brother. Agaha glared at me and said, "Jeez," as I tried to laugh it off. Uh-oh. That's a wrestling move, I believe. She wouldn't really hit me? As we talked, we went back to the classroom. The classroom weren't exactly normal either. I feel a little uneasy taking lessons here, but maybe I'll get used to it sometime soon. By the way, there's a girl in... Oh, pardon me. By the way, there's a girl in a wheelchair in this school, right? No, I mean, she's called Katori Habani? Asked Aga, and if we return to our seats. I didn't ask what grade she was in, but even if it's not the same, I thought Agaha would at least be aware of her. Agaha reacted like she was being evasive. It wasn't just Agaha, but the other people sitting nearby who had their own conversation also seemed to be awkward. Seemed kind of awkward. Huh?
ハバネさんならうちのクラスだよ。今日は来てないみたいだけど。
After Agaha said that, someone added, "You mean today either, don't you?" The way she said that seemed quite harsh. That can't be. I mean, I thought about exploring that she had left the dormitory this morning in her uniform, but I held my tongue. Miss Wu was kind of
ここん
strange.
とこずっと休んでるんだ。体調が良くないみたいでさ。
Not feeling well. Yesterday, she had went out to Windmill Hill, and then later, she was chasing that duck around the halls of the dormitory. And this morning, she left wearing her uniform. Is she skipping school? However, more worrying and what Katori is up to is the reaction of the others in class when they heard us talking about her. Even Aga looked like she had something she wanted to say. I couldn't. I don't really know what the situation is, so I can't really say anything.
おい、山本、英語の辞書を貸してくんね。
As an awkwardness started to fade, an optimistic voice called out. From the entrance of the classroom, a carefree-looking guy poked his head in and started speaking to a boy in our class.
ちょうどいいところに。おーい、マーボー。
Wait a minute.
だよ、アゲハ。なんか用か？
A guy known as Mabo came into the
お前と
classroom.
仲良くしてっと、エリちゃんのご機嫌が悪くなんだよ。あれってやっぱジェラシーってやつだよな。
いいからこっち来い。
お、誰これ？転校生？アゲハは見た目結構可愛いけど、中身男だから気をつける？なんだよ。
Long time no see, Mabo.
は？
Why is the transfer student being so buddy-buddy with me? His face seemed to say. It's me, have you forgotten
俺
me?
だよって。
It's me, you say.
え？お前、青い？
I looked at Aga and she...
にや。
She is sadistic! Holy shit! Holy shit! That scared me. She wanted to surprise him, so it seems like she intentionally didn't tell him. The slightly superficial guy is Matsugu Tasaki, or Mabu as we call him. He's our childhood friend.
なんで葵がここにいるんだよ。てか、転校生って？え？
あんた驚きすぎ。
Your weight?
そり
Yeah.
ゃ驚くって。
You seem well, Mabo. You've grown pretty big. Masasugu used to be really small, but now he was about the same size as me. It's not quite like the change in Agaha, but in 5 years that have passed since we were kids, it looks like he's grown to about twice the size.
お前こそ。
We grab each other by the right hand.
本当に葵なのかよ。
Yeah, I'm back,
お
Mabo.
かえり。葵。
This time, bam, he gave me a full-on hug. Hey, hey.
熱い友情ってやつだね。
You're so evil, Aga. We were the only ones ones who thought so. Whereabouts all the girls are freaking out. The girls around us were totally freaked out. What? Robo suddenly backed off and tossed his finger at the end of my nose. What was this all of a sudden?
俺やアゲハがどんな思いでいたかてめえ知ってるのか。
いやいや、勝手に私を巻き添えにするな。
そのくせよくものこのこと。
I'm sorry, but it's not my fault that I had to move away. If you want to complain, say it to my dad. I thought about writing a letter, but I felt kind of embarrassed. For a moment, part of the fact that there was no contact between both our faults.
裏切り者め、俺は絶対許さないかんな。お前なんか嫌いだ。バカバカ。
Why is he calling me a baka? What the hell? Saliva flying out of his mouth as he emphasized his words. Mabo forgot all about borrowing the English dictionary, and he stormed out of the classroom. Oh my god. It wasn't just us, but everyone in the classroom was shocked. Oh, you are very cynical. I hate you. Oh, I love you at the same time, but you know. He would have been going off at full throttle like that from the beginning. I think that was the correct decision. I want to say thank you. Even so, he did seem really upset about it.
小さい頃は「葵、アゲハ、待ってよ」とか言って私らの後にくっついてきてたのにね。
Oh, that's hilarious. Following them everywhere they went. Really?
大丈夫、すぐ元通りになるって。だってあいつ葵大好きっ子だもん。
Don't say it like that. It sounds weird.
そう、可愛いじゃない。
Oh my god, I'm gonna. You woman? You woman! Oh. While we were carried on talking, the bell that marked the end of lunchtime sounded. Everyone put away their lunch boxes and got ready for the next lesson. Agaha went back to her seat. She stopped halfway, then walked back. Oh, what's up?
なんでハバネさんのこと知ってるのかなって。
Oh. Well, the truth is, my mom asked me to be the dorm mother of a student dormitory. I lowered my voice so that those around us couldn't hear.
寮の管理人?
Katori is bored.
そうなんだ。
Mom asked me to take care of Katori. Even if she hadn't, I'd be worried about her anyway. And so she listened to my explanation. I got thought all about it. Her expression darkened somehow.
このまま来なくなるんじゃないかってみんな心配してる。あんまり学校が楽しくないみたいなんだ。
It looked as if she was saying, I can't believe she doesn't enjoy school. You seem to enjoy it.
私？もちろんだよ。だって楽しいじゃない、学校。
I guess. It was still my first day in school, but I was enjoying it quite a lot too.
そっか。そうなんだ。
Whether or not she was convinced by my story, Agaha mumbled something or other as she returned to her seat. And I believe that's gonna end it off because this next scene is a really, really long one, and I really don't feel like going into it. I just have a feeling because it's after the first day and we're going to be going around checking out all the clubs and whatnot. So that's my honest opinion. So we're going to leave it here today, guys, and I'll see you guys again next time.